In recent years, Disney has overseen the Star Wars franchise, which has yielded groundbreaking successes like The Force Awakens and The Mandalorian, alongside some controversial missteps like the Book of Boba Fett and The Acolyte. Among these, Andor stands out as a critical darling, impressing fans with its mature tone and political spy thriller elements. However, while Andor has made a significant impact, there's a new Star Wars show that could ultimately have an even more profound effect on the franchise: Skeleton Crew. As the latest Star Wars series on Disney+, Skeleton Crew has been met with overwhelmingly positive responses in its first few episodes, and while it still has a few more to go, its potential impact on the franchise is already clear. Skeleton Crew has the chance to shape Star Wars' future in ways that Andor, impressive though it is, may not be able to achieve. Skeleton Crew, a fresh story in the Star Wars universe. One of Skeleton Crew's greatest strengths lies in its approach to storytelling. While many recent Star Wars projects have relied on nostalgia, Skeleton Crew presents an original tale with a new cast of characters, something that hasn't been done as much in recent years. Unlike shows like The Mandalorian or Rogue One, which were set within established timelines or focused on familiar characters, Skeleton Crew charts its own path in a new corner of the Star Wars galaxy. This allows the series to explore fresh ideas without being tethered to the familiar aspects of the franchise. This move toward originality is vital for Star Wars' future. After the cancellation of The Acolyte's second season, many feared that Lucasfilm would shy away from original stories. Skeleton Crew proves that this approach can still work. While nostalgic elements like familiar ships and subtle references are included, the core of the series stands apart from the main Star Wars saga. This boldness to tell new stories is crucial if the franchise is to continue evolving beyond its established lore. Reaching a new generation of Star Wars fans. Star Wars has always been a franchise with a broad generational appeal, from the kids who grew up with the original trilogy to the adults drawn in by the prequels and newer series. Andor was groundbreaking for its mature, adult-oriented storytelling, exploring darker themes within the Star Wars universe. However, this focus on mature content limits its ability to reach younger audiences, an essential demographic for ensuring the longevity of the franchise. This is where Skeleton Crew excels. The series channels the tone of classic Amblin films like The Goonies and E.T. the Extraterrestrial, blending adventure, wonder, and a sense of youthful curiosity with the Star Wars universe. This tonal shift is not just a nod to nostalgia, but a deliberate effort to appeal to a new generation of fans. By focusing on younger characters and adopting a family-friendly tone, Skeleton Crew is successfully capturing the imagination of a fresh audience while still offering exciting adventures and new perspectives within the beloved franchise. As Star Wars enters its 50th year, it's clear that balancing both the adult themes of Andor with a more accessible, youthful series like Skeleton Crew is essential to keeping the franchise alive. The younger audience it draws in today will become the passionate fans of tomorrow, ensuring that the Star Wars legacy continues to thrive. Showcasing the versatility of Star Wars. One of the most exciting aspects of Skeleton Crew is how it exemplifies the versatility of the Star Wars franchise. Over the years, Star Wars has managed to blend various genres: space opera, fantasy, westerns, samurai films, and even war movies, into one cohesive universe. This genre blending is part of what makes Star Wars so unique and adaptable. With Andor, the franchise embraced the political spy thriller genre, adding depth and complexity to the storytelling. Similarly, Skeleton Crew taps into the tone of family-friendly adventure films, proving that Star Wars can be more than just a space opera. By exploring different genres, Skeleton Crew reaffirms the idea that Star Wars doesn't have to be confined to one type of story or audience. Jon Favreau, executive producer of Skeleton Crew, explained this concept well when he noted that Star Wars is a blend of multiple subgenres, all unified by the aesthetic and feel that George Lucas initially envisioned. Skeleton Crew leans into this idea by offering a fresh take on Star Wars, incorporating elements of pirate adventures and suburban life into its narrative. This approach adds new layers to the Star Wars universe, expanding its possibilities beyond what we've seen in previous live-action shows and films. The success of Skeleton Crew signals that Lucasfilm could be more open to experimenting with different tones and genres in future Star Wars projects. Not every series needs to replicate the same formula, but it's encouraging to see a show that's willing to try something new within the Star Wars framework. This creative flexibility is essential for keeping the franchise vibrant and relevant for years to come. Skeleton Crew's positive reception. So far, Skeleton Crew has avoided much of the controversy that has surrounded other recent Star Wars projects. Its lighthearted tone, well-rounded characters, and strong performances by its young leads have helped the show resonate with viewers. It's rare for a Star Wars series to capture such positive attention in its early episodes, but Skeleton Crew has achieved just that. By maintaining a fun, adventurous spirit while still being rooted in the core principles of Star Wars, the show has proven that there's room for both classic and fresh takes on the galaxy far, far away. Conclusion: why Skeleton Crew could have a greater impact than Andor. While Andor brought a darker, more mature tone to Star Wars, Skeleton Crew has the potential to make an even more significant impact. Its ability to appeal to a younger audience, its originality, and its proof that Star Wars can thrive in a variety of genres make it a critical part of the franchise's future. By offering a new perspective and tone, Skeleton Crew is revitalizing the Star Wars universe in a way that feels both refreshing and essential. If Lucasfilm continues to embrace this spirit of innovation, the future of Star Wars is in capable hands. Andor may have received critical acclaim, but Skeleton Crew is the show that could usher in a new era for the franchise, one that balances nostalgia with originality and appeals to both older and younger generations alike.